Pay homage to the Samma Sambuddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times before we start our Dhamma talk. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. May I have take permission, Bhante, and dear faithful devotees, dear brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Today is our second talk regarding the Sankhara, about the Sankhara. Anyway, according to the Pali commentary, we are following to explain about the Sankhara. Actually, last week, we already explained about the 3 types of Sankhara. Do you remember? There are Punyābhi Sankhara, Apunyābhi Sankhara, and Ananjābhi Sankhara. Meritorious formations. There are 13 meritorious formations. And the Apunyābhi Sankhara, they are demeritorious formations. Ananjābhi Sankhara, influenceable formations. Anyway, there are how many Chetana? The Punyābhi Sankhara, there are 13 Chetana. What are the 13? 8 sense sphere, wholesome, and 5 material sphere, wholesome. The 8 Kama Vachara Kusala Chitta and 5 Rupa Vachara Kusala Chitta we call Punyābhi Sankhara. Apunyābhi Sankhara, there are 12 sense sphere unwholesome consciousness, Akusala Chetana, Akusala Chitta. Ananjābhi Sankhara, there are 4 immaterial sphere wholesome, Rupavachara Kusala Chetana, Kusala Chitta. There are total 29 Chetana, 29 Chetana. Okay, now if someone asks what is the meaning Sankhara, there are 3 meaning: Punyābhi Sankhara, Apunyābhi Sankhara, and Ananjābhi Sankhara. How many Chetana? There are total 29 Chetana. Okay, so now after that, there are different 3 Sankhara. Actually, they're similar place. I think everyone know, because our Lord Buddha also mentioned Kaya Sankhara, Vaci Sankhara, and Chitta Sankhara. There are 3 Sankhara. Anyway, formations according to 3 doors. All the wholesome and unwholesome karma committed by the immeasurable beings in the immeasurable world system are committed only through the 3 karma door. Okay, now we know about the how many, we don't know how many beings in the world, no? But all are the beings, all are the peoples, they are committed, they are used to committed 3 door to the 3 karma door. Therefore, all the above formations are again classified according to the 3 door. Now, all are the things, they are classified the 3 door. The same way, but the Lord Buddha also mentioned Tatta Katamo Kaya Sankharo, Vaci Sankharo, and Chitta Sankhara. There are 3 Sankhara explaining. Tatta Katamo Kaya Sankharo. Herein, what is the bodily information? So the bodily formations. There is a Kaya Sanchetana, Kaya Sankharo. bodily volition is bodily formations. Bodily volition is bodily formation. Tatta katamo vachi sankharo. Hearing what is the verbal formations. Vachi sanchetana, vachi sankharo. Verbal volition is verbal formations. Tatta katamo mano sankha, chitta sankharo. Here what is the mind formations. Mano sanchetana, chitta sankharo. They say the mental volition is the mental formations. Ime vuchanti avidya paccaya sankhara. They are said to be formations conditions by ignorance. Now, you also can understand there are another three meaning of sankhara. Kaya sankhara, vachi sankhara, and chitta sankhara. These three also very important to know very clearly, because we can say the bodily action, kaya sankhara, verbal action, vachi sankhara, and the chitta, the mind action, chitta sankhara. This also can. We have to follow the what is the meaning kaya sankhara, bodily formation, and the bodily kaya sanchetana, kaya sankhara, the similar, no? Kaya sankhara, bodily formation, the similar kaya sanchetana, bodily volitions. Now, what is the meaning? Then actually, according to the Buddha's the meaning, according to the Pali words, they say the how many chitta kaya sankhara. They say the bodily can produce the kaya kama, bodily action. Those are there are 20 volition, 20 chetana can produce kaya kama, bodily action. That's why we call 20 chetana, we call kaya sankhara. What are the 20 chetana? There are 8 wholesome and 12 unwholesome. The total 20. Occurring from the body door, kaya dwara, and producing bodily intimation, kaya vinyati. Now you see, those are 20 chetana can produce the kaya bodily intimation, kaya vinyati, kaya bodily action. Yeah, that this is also we call kaya sanchetana, the kaya sankhara. Again, the commentary also mention about the vachi sankhara, verbal formations equal to verbal volitions. The vachi sankhara similar to vachi sanchetana, and the vachi sankhara and the vachi sanchetana. Vachi sankhara is the 20 volitions. There are also 20 volitions. So what are the 20? The 8 wholesome and 12 unwholesome. 8 kusala chitta and 12 akusala chitta, they can produce the vachi sankhara occurring from the verbal door, vachi dwara, and producing the verbal intimation, vachi sanchetana. But anyway, the someone doing the good verbal action, someone doing bad verbal action. Anyway, the someone following the wrong speech, at the time arising, the akusala chetana producing this speech. Someone using the good speech, this speech producing by good mind. Same way, someone doing the good bodily action, this good bodily action producing by good mind, kusala mind. And sometimes the bad bodily action also arising. The bad bodily action producing the with akusala chitta. So that's why there are the bodily intimation also, the two-way, good and bad. Verbal intimation also, the two-way, good and bad. But you have to know what is the good and what is the bad. Okay, this way you have to understand. So after that, okay, anyway, if you want to get the more detail regarding Kaya Sankhara and Vachi Sankhara, you should follow the Appendix B for the further discussion on volition that can give rise to bodily intimation and verbal intimation. Okay, so about the next one, the mental formations, Chitta Sankhara. There's a similar mental volition, Mano Sanchetana. Chitta Sankhara and Mano Sanchetana, same meaning. Now, how many Chetana include into the Chitta Sankhara? How we call? There are 29 Chetana called Chitta Sankhara. 29 Chetana we call Chitta Sankhara. What are the 29? 8 Kamavachara Kusala Chitta. There are 8 wholesome Kamavachara Kusala Chitta. And there are 12 unwholesome Akusala Chitta. 12 Akusala Chitta. And 5 fine material sphere wholesome Rupavachara Kusala Chitta. And 4 Arupavachara Kusala Chitta. Immaterial sphere wholesome. So now, what is in the manodwara occurring in the mind door and not producing neither bodily intimation nor verbal intimation, because the 29 Chetana can produce mind door, but they cannot produce the Kaya Kamma and Vachi Kamma. Okay, this is a meaning. But anyway, this Lord Buddha also mentioned, and the commentary also explaining about that. But now you also in the summary of the 3 volitions, Chetana, how we understand the one line, the 12 wholesome and the 8 12 unwholesome, 8 wholesome, 5 Rupavachara Kusala Chitta, and 4 Arupavachara Kusala Chitta. They are total, they are Chetana. But now the dosa Chetana what they producing? Example, 12 Akusala Chetana, including the bodily formations, under the bodily formation, verbal formation and mental formations. This is the 12 Akusala Chetana we are explaining under the Kaya Sankhara, Vachi Sankhara and Chitta Sankhara, the 12, 12, 12. Same way, 8 Kamavachara Kusala Chetana also we are explaining under the Kaya Sanchetana, Vachi Sanchetana, Mano Sanchetana. But Rupavachara Kusala Chitta, there are 5. 5 Rupavachara Kusala Chitta, Jhana Chitta, only under the mental volitions. Why? Because Jhana Chitta cannot produce any of the bodily action or verbal action. And the 4 immaterial wholesome, Arupavachara Kusala Chitta also only under the mind, the mental volitions. But the Arupavachara Kusala Chitta also cannot produce Kaya Kamma and Vachi Kamma. That's why not include. Now the total, the Kaya Sanchetana under there are 20. 20 Chetana can produce bodily action. 20 Chetana can produce verbal action. And then 29 Chetana can produce the mental action. Or anyway, the mental volition. Mind under the mind. Now that's why the occurring in bodily door 20 Chetana, verbal door the 20 Chetana, mind also 29 Chetana. This meaning 20 Chetana can producing bodily intimation. 20 Chetana can producing verbal intimation. 29 Chetana neither bodily nor verbal intimation. Okay. This is also summary. Another one. What's the relationship between the two groups of formations? Because now there are two group of formations. Now you can see the Punyavi Sankhara, Apunyavi Sankhara, Aninjavi Sankhara, they are one group. Another one, Kaya Sanche, so they are the Kamavachara Kusala, Kaya Sankhara, Vachi Sankara, Chitta Sankara. There are another three. Now you have to know what is the relationship between about the Punyabi Sankara, Apunyabi Sankara, Aninjabi Sankara. There are three, and Kaya Sanchetana, Vachi Sanchetana, or Kaya Sankara, or Vachi Sankara, Chitta Sankara. There are three. Now, according to this chart, they're explaining Punyabi Sankara. There are how many Chetana? There are 13. 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5. 8 is Kamavachara Kusala. 5 is the Rupavachara Kusala. The Punyabi Sankara. Now, those are 13. Chetana also we can divide into three formations. About the Kaya Sankara, how many Chetana? There are 8. 8 Kamavachara Kusala Chitta can produce bodily formation and verbal formations. And the 8 Kusala Chitta and 5 Rupavachara Kusala Chitta, both they can produce mental formation, Chitta Sankara. But Rupavachara Chetana cannot produce Kaya Sankara and Vachi Sankara. That's why we mark the red mark. And the same way, demeritorious formations. Apunyabi Sankara, there are 12 unwholesome Chetana. 12 unwholesome Chetana, there are 8 Lobha, 2 Dosa, and 2 Moha. There are 12. Those are 12 unwholesome. The Chetana can produce the bodily formation, verbal formations, and mental formation. There are 3 formations, can produce 3 formations. Okay. Next one, Aninjavi Sankhara. Aninjavi Sankhara. Aninjavi Sankhara, 4 immaterial wholesome. 4 immaterial wholesome also cannot produce bodily and verbal formations, but they can only produce the mental formations. Okay. This is also, now you also can understand what is the relationship between two Sankhara group. Okay, anyway, they have the explanation regarding the this two group of Sankhara. This one also, I think you know, but you also not really understand. But anyway, we just follow the meritorious formations, Punyabi Sankara, of one who refrains from bad conduct of the bodily, maybe the bodily formations. Okay, because the now the Kaya Duccharita Viramantassa Kaya Sankara. They understand, no? Same way, the meritorious formation of one who refrains from bad conduct of speech may be the verbal formations. Okay, this is according to commentary mentioned. Now we are following the Vibhanga commentary. The Pali also, the Vibhanga commentary explain. Again, the next one, Kamavachara Kusala Chetana Punyabi Sankara, Kaya Sankara, Vachi Sankara. Then 8 sense fear wholesome volitions are both meritorious formations and also bodily formation or verbal formations. The 13 volitions, Chetana, arisen in the mind door are both meritorious formations, mental formations. Okay. I think it should be okay. No, I understand. No, but anyway, you have to read again and again. And next one, also demeritorious formations, apunyabi sankhara, occurring through bad bodily conduct, may be bodily formation, while that occurring through bad verbal conduct may be verbal formations. It is occurrence in the mind or without the other two doors may be mental formation. Okay. Now, what is the meaning? Kaya duccharita, kaya sanchetana, vachi duccharita, vachi chetana, and the mano chetana also. But anyway, we just follow the 12 unwholesome chetana can produce bad verbal action and bodily action, mind do as well as mind also. Okay. Next one, the 12 unwholesome volitions, akusala chetana of the demeritorious formations may be the bodily formations, verbal formations, and mental formations. Okay, now 12 unwholesome include, they can produce the 3 sankhara. The akusala chetana can produce apunya sankhara. There are 12 akusala chetana can produce kaya sankhara, vachi sankhara, and chitta sankhara. 3 sankhara can produce. From the other perspective, bodily formations, kaya sankhara may be the meritorious formations and maybe the demeritorious formation, but it is not the ananjabi sankhara. Ananjabi sankhara. Okay, so we just follow the brief meaning. Okay, the similarly for the verbal formations, vachi sankhara. But the mental formations may be meritorious formations, demeritorious formations, and imperturbable formations. Okay, now the chitta sankhara, they're including 3, all other sankhara including under the chitta. Okay, so this is the we call avijja paccaya the sankhara. Avijja paccaya sankhara. This is the meaning of the sankhara. So the avijja always base for the sankhara. Without avijja, we cannot fulfill, cannot achieve the sankhara, because the sankhara always depending with the avijja. So this is the meaning. But anyway, after that, you should know what are the characteristic of sankhara, the function of sankhara, manifestation of sankhara, proximate cause of sankhara. This also 3, this 4 also must understand. This is also the very useful and very good meaning, because some of the meditators, when he is discerning the sankhara, he must follow the what are the characteristic of sankhara. Abhisankarana lakkhanadi sankhara. Forming, there's the characteristic of the forming. Forming is the characteristic of the sankhara, forming. And the ayuhana rasa, to accumulate, it is, we call function. This is a function of sankhara. This is the function of sankhara, to accumulate. Chetana paṭiccasamuppāda, as a volition. What is the manifestation of the sankhara? Volition. And avijja padatthana, ignorance, proximate cause of the sankhara. Okay, now ignorance. Now you see, the sankhara, the lakkana, rasa, paṭiccasamuppāda, padatthana. The 4 meaning also very important to know about the sankhara. Okay, so after that, there are different explanation about the sankhara. their classification of some formations, Ekavidadito as to single fold, volational formations, Sankhara. The single fold we call Sasava, states subject to taints, and Vipaka Dhamma, state with the nature of production's result. Yeah, Sankhara always producing the result in future. This is the one. And Sasava, always Sankhara stay with the Sasava, with taint. But sometimes the taint arising with the unwholesome mind. But taint supporting cause for the Punyabi Sankhara and Aninjabi Sankhara. And another one, the commentary mention and so on, means there are the extra the sub-commentary, the word and so on here include neva sekka na sekka, neither trainer nor non-trainer. Actually meaning the seka aseka. Seka is a 7 noble person. Sotapatti magga phala, Sakadagavi magga phala, Anagavi magga phala, Arahata magga. The 7 noble person we call seka. Aseka is arahata phala person. Excluding noble ones, all are remaining, all Dhamma we call neva seka na seka, neither trainer no non-trainer. And those are Sankharas including this group. Why? If you are not become the noble, means still you are in the samsara. You are still in the going and coming the samsara. That's why including the neva seka na seka. The same way, Sanyojaniya, conducive to fetters. Very include the fetters, because the fetter always stay with the mundane chitta. Now you know, but the fetter arises with the akusala mind. But sometimes the fetter is a base for the kusala chitta also. Kusala chitta also the base for the kusala chitta. But that's why the commentary mentioned the single fold of the Sankhara. Another one, the twofold. Twofold also, they are quite the meaningful. They are all other Sankhara we can divide in 2 ways. Kusala and akusala. Wholesome and unwholesome. Wholesome, there are 17 kusala chitta. 78 plus 5 plus 4. Do you remember? Under the Kama Avachara, there are 5. Sorry, 8. Rupa Avachara kusala chitta, there are 5. Arupa Avachara kusala chitta, there are 4. All total become 17. Unwholesome akusala chitta, there are 12. Total 29. So this is all are the Sankhara we can divide in 2 groups, wholesome and unwholesome. And Paritta Mahagata, limited and excellent. Limited Paritta, there are only 8 Kamavachara kusala chitta and 12 akusala chittas limited. And Rupavachara kusala chitta and Arupavachara kusala chitta Mahagata. And Hina and Majjhima. Hina also inferior and medium. Inferior is akusala, Kamavachara kusala chitta and akusala chitta, both we can say Hina. Majjhima is only Mahagata, the medium. Rupavachara, Arupavachara, all Jhana chitta we call medium. And the Michatta Niyata Aniyata. Michatta Niyata Aniyata. As certainty of wrongness. Without certainty. Certainty. But this is Michatta Niyata, definitely he has the bad destination. Michatta Niyata. And the Aniyata, not sure. but anyway, the some of the akusala chitta, example, michaditti, akusala chitta, the wrong view, lower chitta, arising with the michaditti mind. Definitely, he will reborn in the one of the woeful. So he is going to hell. So this is a michata niyata. But anyway, the all are the sankhara. We can divide into two groups according to our chart. About the next one, the threefold of sankhara. Now very familiar, you know, punyavi sankhara, apunyavi sankhara, ananjavi sankhara. Now you know meritorious formation. There are the 8 plus 5. And there are 13 chetana. And demeritorious formations, there are 12. And the ananjavi sankhara, imperishable formations, we call 4. And but the fourfold of sankhara, chatu yoni, yeah, but anyway, the meaning leading to the 4 mood of generations. What are the 4? Andaja, Jalabuja, Sansedaja, and Opapatika. Egg born Andaja, warm born Jalabuja, moisture born Sansedaja, and spontaneous born Opapatika. This is also 4-way, because any of the bin appear according to the Andaja, Jalabuja, Sansedaja, Opapatika, they also follow the dosa Sankara. And the 5-fold, Pancha Gati Gami, Pancha Gati, going to the 5 kind of destiny: hell, animal, ghost, human, deva, including Brahma also. Okay, so this is a 5-fold. But this way also you have to understand about the Sankhara. Sankhara divide into 1-way, 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, 5-way. Okay, this is also another explanation. After that, according to the Pali commentary mentioned, Katam panetan janitabang ime sankhara avidya pacca hontiti. How ignorance is a condition for formations. How do we know that formations have ignorance, avidya as their conditions? How you know? Because the sankhara always depending with the avidya. Because formations exist when ignorance exists. They say avidya bhavo, sankhara bhavo. When the avidya disappears, sankhara also disappears. So now this way, ignorance about the 4 noble truths leads one to commit their different kind of formations. Okay. Now we have to know about the meaning. This one also, I think you're okay. Maybe according to the Pali commentary, the Banga commentary, under the Paṭiccasamuppāda, the Sri Lankan, the book, page number 101, Sri Lankan book, but in the commentary mentioned, this way, how you understand unknowing ignorance about and don't believe that and embarks on doing. Now under these 3, how we understand dukkha, the suffering, and suffering, because the suffering in the past, in the future, etc. Okay, dukkha, the suffering of samsara to be pleasant. Now because if you are not understanding dukkha, we are always happy to stay in the samsara, to enjoy our life. The 3 kind of formations which are the root cause of the suffering. Now, because of that, we are accumulating, we are committing 3 sankhara. Accumulating sankhara because of the root cause of that suffering. Because if not understand the dukkha, we are always happy to stay in the sansara and happy to collect in the sankhara. Okay. This after this the samudaya, origination. If not understanding the origination, samudaya, formation motivated by craving to be the root cause of pleasure. Now the tanha, the tanha arising. The tanha is the tanha producing the happy. The formation motivated by craving, which are the root cause of suffering. Okay, this is also the meaning. Again, but the Nirodha and Magga, cessation and the path. The cessation of suffering is the some particular destiny, and the path to cessation in the through signifies motivation for immorality. But there are a lot of the some of the word I think you are okay. But this is the embark of doing, aspiring to the wrong cessation of sufferings, and initiated the three kind of formations in the form of sacrifices, mortification for immortality. But now you see, unknowing dukkha, samudaya, nirodha, magga. What happened? This is also the following the way to understand. After that also the explaining about the unknowing and ignorance, and engage in the formations and similar. The example. Also, this also following the commentary. Seeing the fruits of merits as pleasurable, despite their true nature of suffering due to. Okay, what are the they are mixed with various danger of birth, aging, sickness, death. They are subject to the suffering of change and give little satisfaction, but give rise to great distress. So this is also the about avijja, about the not knowing, but they say in the commentary also mention about that. Engage in formation, meritorious formations, classify as bodily, verbal, and mental formations. But the similar one, discerning celestial nymphs who jumps over a mountain cliffs, and a moth falling into a lamp's flame. One who won the drop of honey, licking the honey thread knife edge. Because now you know what is the danger of the avijja, no? Because if not knowing this is a fire, not knowing this is a honey with a knife. So when you are using and when you are some bird the moth to fly into the lamp's flame, so they die. This is because not knowing the things very easy to damage our life also. That's why the sansara life very danger, because this time we are lucky, we got the good life. We are the good person, we are the Buddhists, we are believe the karma and result of the karma, and some of them they became the monk. We are practicing the dana, sila, and meditation, so that we can accumulate wholesome, and we know this is a kusala, this is a akusala, everything it is good for us. Okay. If no about the sasana, during this sasana, because of the Buddha sasana, Buddha's teaching, we can develop our life. If if you are appear in the without sasana period in the world, at that time we have the lot of happening for our life. Okay, but next next one they say not seeing the danger in the they say the Kamopasevana, the in the in indulgence of sense desire. Savipaka, the result from such Kama Sevana, but wrongly perceiving as pleasurable, being overcome by defilements. The demeritorious arising, akusala arising, apunyavi sankara. And the example they say a child fool who play with the excrement due to greed. One who want to die eaten poison due to hatred in the time of the experiencing of its result. Okay, this is the meaning, because now if you are not seeing the adin of the avijja, danger of the avijja, and they are always accumulating unwholesome. Unwholesome also giving this is example. So this also you have to understand. About the next one, they say the unknown, ignorant, not understanding about the suffering of change in formations in the immaterial result through the perversions of perceiving them as entertainment. So then engage in the formation in Ananjabi Sankara, which is the mental formation. And the similar, one who has lost his way to take the road to the Globin city. But now those are things maybe someone sometimes not understand, but they will direct the comment, the Pali commentary that translate to this note. So this Pali also quite deep, but anyway, one or two, a few times you have to read to understand what is the meaning regarding here. After that also, because now they're explaining the avijja bhava, the avijja bhava tova sankhara bhavo no abhavatu. Formation exists only when ignorance exists, not when it does not exist. Okay. Therefore, ime sankhara avijja pacca honti. These formations have ignorance as their condition. Now, this is the meaning of explanation. After that, the one of the sutta, the part, actually this one also, the Banga comment also explain. They say the avidva bhikkave avijja gato punyabi sankharo sankharampi abhisankharoti. Apunyabi sankharampi abhisankharoti. Anenjabi sankharampi abhisankharoti. Yatoko bhikkave bhikkhuno avijja pahina vijja uppanna. So avijja viraga vijjupada neva punyabi sankharam abhisankharonti. What's the meaning? Bhikkhu, the bhikkhus, not knowing in ignorance, he form meritorious formations, form demeritorious formation, form imperturbable formations. As soon as a bhikkhu's ignorance is abundant and clear vision has arisen, bhikkhus with the fading away of ignorance and the arising of clear vision, he does not form even meritorious formation. Okay, you understand? Because if you know about the if you are abundant of the ignorance, after cut off the avijja, you can cut off the all other formation. Otherwise, if they have the avijja always arise in the formations. Okay. Now that's why now some of the meditators try to practice meditation diligently, especially vipassana meditation, insight meditation. Why? Because during the practice of vipassana, he can see everything, the impermanent, suffering, and non-self. So anicca dukkha anatta, because of the three lakkana of the sankhara, he's seeing the three type of lakkana of the sankhara, then he slowly close into the nirvana to cut off the avijja, and not only avijja, cut off the sankharas and all other defilements and all other mundane things. Okay, so that's why we must understand avijja is the main base for the sankhara. Okay. For brief summary of how ignorance, avijja, is a condition for formations. According to the Patthana method, please refer to Appendix D. Because actually I am not, I don't want to explain here, because what's the between how many way avijja become the condition for the sankhara. Now, according to Pali also mentioned, Paccaya hoti puññānaṁ duvida nekada pana paresam paccimanansa ekada paccayo mata. The Pali Gatha in the commentary mentions the puññānaṁ, to the puññābhi sankhara, the two type of pacca, two way. Avijja become two-way condition to the puññābhi sankhara, the meritorious deed. And the arammana pacca and upanisse pacca. The arammana condition and strong depending condition. And after that, for the avijja condition to the apuññābhi sankhara, there are many ways. There are many ways. Many ways. And the avijja condition to the anenjapi sankhara, there are only one way. But anyway, this is, so if you want to get the meaning, you should follow the Appendix D. Appendix D you can follow. Okay, so about the next one. Next, say they say the not a single fruit from a single cause. This is also very important. Because why? Because many of the people think if something happened for us, what is the cause? Now, everyone can see the present cause. Example, now I got the fever, and because of I ate the wrong food, or maybe I use the different way. Now, I can see the present condition, present causes, but we cannot see the past causes. That's why this one also very important. Ekanna ekato ida naneka manekato pino ekang. Palamatti attipana eka hetu paladipani atto. The important thing, no from a single cause arise, and one fruit of many. No one fruit from many. This helpful through to analyze one cause of fruits as respects representativity. Because now, according to the here, avijja pacca sankhara, no? Avijja is a cause, sankhara is an effect. But according the Paṭiccasamuppāda, depending origination, only one cause, one effect. This is also one way, but you have to understand the one cause cannot produce one effect. There are many causes arising to the effect. Many causes because the many causes become paccaya to the effect. So now you see the chart. The single cause, ekato karana, single cause, single fruits cannot. Single cause, multiple fruits cannot. Multiple causes, single fruits cannot. Multiple causes then can produce the multiple fruits. This is a way. This is the way for the understand for our life. If something happened for us in present, you try to see only the present cause, but they had a lot of the behind the past causes also. That's why you have to combine all together to understand. If something happened, some fruits arising in the present, you have to find what are the multiple causes. Okay, so this is the meaning. Then the only multiple fruits from multiple causes. Temperature, earth, seed, moisture. Arise the multiple fruits, the shoot, which has a visible form, smell, taste, and so on. Although it is multiple causes to multiple fruits, the Buddha used one representative cause and fruit for the following reasons. Now, Lord Buddha explained why they are especially one cause and one effect. There is special meaning. You should follow. That the Pali also mentioned. Desana vilasasacha veneyananja anu rupatu. When it is suitable for the sake of allegiance in instruction and to suit the idiosyncrasies of these capable of being taught. Because now means that this is one of the way for the Lord Buddha's the desana, the teaching way, and to understand easy for the worldly person. Because for the worldly person, the Putujana, and the who is in the very easy to understand. That's why Lord Buddha used this one sentence. And the Padhanatta, sometimes because it is the most important factor. Most important factor. This is the mainly and most important factor they using. Pakatatta, sometimes because it is the most abuse. Yeah. And asadharanatta, sometimes because it is not common to all. Okay, this is the mean. That's why Lord Buddha always explain the one cause and one effect according to Paṭiccasamuppāda. But you have to understand not only one cause for the one effect. There are many causes and many fruits arising. Okay, so after that, they explain although there are other causes for formation, sankhara, such as sankhara, base, object, and sahajata dhamma, coordination dhamma. Ignorance, avidya is the main cause for formations. No, because okay, understand. It is most important factor. Okay, they explaining the one of the sutta that they say craving increase in the one who dwell contemplating gratifications or enjoyment. And they again explain with the arising of ignorance, there is the arising of pain. You know, ignorance, craving, and formations. Ignorance, because of ignorance, craving or clinging arising. Because of craving and clinging, there's a cause for the formations. It is most obvious that not knowing bhikkhus in ignorance, he formed the meritorious formations. Okay, it is not common to all, the base, object, etc. are also the common cause for other states. But ignorance is a cause for formations and not a common cause for all the others. Okay? Therefore, ignorance, avidya, is thought by the Buddha as a representative cause, cause for formations. The main cause. Avidya is the main cause for the avidya. The avidya's main cause for the sankhara is our Lord Buddha explained. But anyway, if according to this chart, you have to understand not only the one cause, there are many of the causes there. Okay. So after that, they are explaining the chart, no? Appendix A and appendix B and C, etc. So if you want to know about some details, you should follow this all are the footnotes. Okay. So this is according to the Abidhamma, we are now the avijja paccaya sankhara. Now the sankhara already finished. Today also we already explained about the sankhara, avijja paccaya sankhara, according to the Pali commentary. So next time we can understand sankhara paccaya vijnana. The sankhara is a cause, the vijnana is effect. Now, first of all, what's the meaning vijnana? And there are a lot of things inside. I think maybe we cannot finish within the one lessons. There we have put the few lessons because there are a lot of explanation in the commentary. According to chitta process, we have to use the chitta process also. They have to take some details. But anyway, slowly by slowly, we try to understand the depending origination. I think today also quite deep in the long explanation regarding the sankhara. Sadhu sadhu for giving chance for us to explain, and thank you very much for all our who is all, following our lessons. And thank you, May Bante also. Thank you very much for Bante for translate these lessons. And may all of you be healthy and well and happy, free from all suffering and attain Nibbana soon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam punyang Nibbanassa paccayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba sattanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu buddha sasanang cirang tiddhatu buddha sasanang cirang tiddhatu buddha sasanang cirang tiddhatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu nibbana paccaya hotu.